My friend Victoria and I did a 12-hour readathon over the weekend, and this was her large bagu with 3 books, and this was my small bagu with 1 Kindle. My local coffee shop had a quiet reading time starting on Saturday morning at 9, so we decided to join that. I started off with Living Legend, and Victoria was halfway through this book already at the beginning of the day. I really didn't know a lot about the series going in. It's like an angel and demon urban fantasy, and I knew that they were all really long, so I was like, okay, I'll try and see how much I can read in one day, but it was kind of giving City of Bones vibes, I'm not gonna lie. After a few hours, we headed over to grab bagels, and then we headed home. I was starting to really get into my book around this time, and Victoria was really going through it, so to speak. This was my first time reading a longer book for a readathon. I usually pick shorter books so I can kind of get through them quicker, but I'm not mad at it. Our first snack of the day was a fruit roll-up with the tongue tattoos, obviously, so that really motivated us and got us through the afternoon. It was around 5-ish that Victoria finished her first book and then started The Blonde Who Came In From the Cold because I had just gotten an arc of that, and then around 30 minutes later, I ended up finishing my first book and I started the second book, which is called Legendary. I also then treated myself to a very grown-up snack, which was Eggo waffles, which were amazing. We had considered getting dinner, but we were pretty locked into our books, so we just made a pizza and drank hot chocolate. It was around this part in the evening that we also got a little loopy and unhinged because both of the books that we were reading were also a little unhinged, not gonna lie, so we just kind of were giggling and laughing and reading parts to each other, which was the vibe. Victoria also mentioned the amnesia trope, and that triggered me, and then I went off on a 10-minute rant about how much I truly could not stand this trope. I could not shut up. I could not be stopped. But it's fine. Anyway, by the end of the night, we had our last little snacks and electrolytes, and then Victoria had started the 3rd book in her series, and then by the end of the night, I got 50% of the way through the 2nd book before I called it a night. So I'm pretty happy with how it all went, and overall I had a really fun time.